Oh, well, hey, 2nd District, how's it going? State Representative Andrew Barkis here today, and as you can see, I'm leaving the Capitol building, and of course, it's April the 5th. Thought I'd take a moment just to give you an update of what we accomplished and didn't accomplish over the session, and some highs and lows, and tell you a little about what's to come over the next several months for me. So, as you've been tracking my breakdowns, I've been giving you little tidbits of information about some of the bills and things that we were working on, and some of the things I was personally working on. But at the end of the day, we finished our session on March the 8th, and actually the good news, the best news is we did it in 60 days. So we got the heck out of here, and actually, for the first time in my political career, we sine-died, which was pretty cool. The bad news is, man, a lot of policy came through. A lot of policy that was not really good, in my opinion, for the state of Washington. Things that we had to take some pretty hard votes on. And I'll tell you the biggest thing, and my biggest concern was the budget. You know, this was a supplemental budget year, which means that we're just supposed to be making some slight adjustments and dealing with emergencies or things like that. But in the last couple of years, the supplemental budget year has become almost as big as the normal operating budget year. And in this case, we did it again. They passed a budget that was in total, I think, $88 billion, a 14% increase in a supplemental year. I mean, it's incredible the amount of spending going on, and that's very concerning to me. And that is why I voted no for this budget. I just could not agree with the way and the manner in which they did it. And I'll tell you one thing that they did, which was not a good thing, and that is they took money out of the rainy day fund or the budget stabilization account, which is supposed to take the revenue that we get and put it in there for when the economy is not as good as it is today. And as I said in many of my other videos, you know, this has been a banner time in our economy in the state of Washington. We've had literally billions of extra revenue coming into the state of Washington, and we could have done a lot more with that. We could have done a lot more in the savings category. We could have done a lot more and maybe some refunds to the taxpayers of the state of Washington. Now, there was a minor adjustment in the property tax refund that you'll see in 2019. I had to vote no on that too because I just didn't think it was enough. It's not going to have the impact in the short term, which is really what was needed, because all the adjustments that we did in McCleary that have to do with the property tax increase, all that's going to start to wash out in 2019, and you'll actually start to see your property taxes go down as those levy rates go down. So some of the good things we did pass, a lot of good affordable housing work, and you know that is my primary focus here in the State House, is working on those things. And I was able to work across the aisle with some good partners in making sure that we got some things done, like making sure that we have the funds necessary for those most vulnerable. Our homeless issue that we've been dealing with in the state of Washington, we were able to do some great things there. We also did some pretty good work on some of the landlord-tenant issues that have been really in a stalemate for the last 7-8 years, that in another bipartisan way we were able to get those things taken care of when it comes to source of income and some other pieces of legislation. Personally, I'm happy to say that both my bills, only two, passed this year. One dealing with the disability licensing for fishing and hunting, and also the real important one was for the peer support privileges for our limited authority law enforcement officers. Those are our park rangers, our correction officers, and I tell you, the feedback I've received from those that are wearing the uniform, protecting all the people in the state of Washington in that capacity, we're very, very happy to have that piece of legislation pass. So what's happening now? Well, as you can see, I'm still here at the Capitol. I'm up here a couple, 2-3 days a week, getting ready already for next session. We're already starting to work on the plan for the affordable housing agenda and all the other things. And we're getting ready for the interim. So my biggest exciting thing that I can tell you is I'm getting back out in the district. So I've already been to a couple chamber events and some meetings and getting to meet with constituents and people all throughout the district, which I can't wait to do. It's really where I get a chance to interact with you and get to find out what's going on in the local communities that are impacting the people of the 2nd District and the state of Washington, so I can bring that back here to the legislature to be able to do some things and provide some solutions. So you can keep in contact with me by reaching out to my office, emails and phone calls. I'll be checking them. My great assistant Shelby is here every day, and she is monitoring that and letting me know what's going on. I'm checking in several days a week. If you want to make an appointment with me down here, you certainly can. I'm happy to do that. I'm more excited about getting out to see you in district, so you can reach out and say, hey, let's have a cup of coffee and talk about what's going on. I really appreciate you guys taking a look at my Barkis breakdowns all this session long. I hope they've been informative and fun for you. And as I always say, it is an absolute honor to serve the people of the 2nd District. And look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care.